What's up everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. Today we're going to compare the Hohem iSteady Mobile versus the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. Let's do this. Full disclaimer, my voice was lost and it's slowly coming back, so that's why you're hearing this raspy, deeper voice So today I'm going to compare these gimbals in three different areas. We're definitely going to compare the stabilization, how well can it make your videos look smooth and buttery, but we're also going to test face tracking and of course motion time-lapse. I think these are three of the most important areas outside of all the other extracurricular features that gimbals might include. But before we dive into the test, the Hohem iSteady Mobile starts at $99 US. It has 12 hours of battery life, which is fantastic. It has a 230 gram payload capacity, which is fantastic for larger size phones and some of the mid-size phones with cases or small accessories. It does have portrait orientation support, so you can just simply flip the phone and start recording videos for Instagram, Snapchat stories, and other social media networks. It's very interesting because it does have a 640-degree panning capacity. It is not quite full 360 unlimited. It's like being able to twist your head past looking behind your back and front again, but you only stop in the front. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool as well. It gives you a lot of range of motion, which is great for those motion time lapses. It comes with a soft, sturdy case, but also includes a small tripod, great for motion time lapse and face tracking.
Come, let's sip the evening slow, bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, I wanna play it, I wanna play it again. Sip the evening slow, bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, I wanna play it, I wanna play it again.
Stabilization wise, I feel that the Hohem iSteady Mobile did a pretty good job stabilizing your phone. It felt a little floaty for my personal taste, but I'm sure that with some tweaking in the motors, it's possible that you can get a little bit more tighter, a little bit more sturdier. But other than that, if you were to compare footage without any stabilizer, just handheld, you're going to see a big difference. Still, I feel that the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 is the standard, so to speak, in the industry for smartphone stabilization. Now, for some reason, during filming, the Hohem app started to give me a little bit of hiccups here and there. I was getting screens like this. But I want to be 100% transparent and share with you, the app has been updated twice since that test. So take this information with a grain of salt. Things might have gotten better. And if you are a Hohem iSteady Mobile user, feel free to let us know in the comment section down below if you're still experiencing this. Other than that, I'm a fan of the native camera app, so I defaulted to use that one the most because the Hohem app, once again, when I was testing it, showed a weird overexposure, and it didn't really matter where I tapped on the screen, it was still always overexposed. When I switched over to the camera app, everything seemed to be fine. I think it might be some sort of app malfunction. Now, another really cool thing, and the reason why I use the camera app on this gimbal, is because the Hohem iSteady Mobile can connect directly to your smartphone. This gives you the capability of using the native camera app, other third-party apps like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and just pretty much control the shutter with the Hohem iSteady Mobile, which is fantastic. It's one of my favorite features, so that's a huge plus for the iSteady Mobile.
Come, let's sip the evening slow. We're bathing in the glow. You go to my head. I wanna play it again. You go to my head. I wanna play it. I wanna play it again.
Now, the tracking worked pretty well on iOS. It did lose my subject on fast motion, but if you're just using it for speaking or just showcasing something walking around, you're not going to have any issues. It's going to perform really well. Just consider overexposure. If you're in a harsh environment where there's a huge mix of shadows and highlights, you might want to find an optimal situation in order to get better face tracking.
Come, let's sip the evening slow. We're bathing in the glow. You go to my head. I wanna play it again. You go to my head. I wanna play it. I wanna play it again.
And then, of course, last but not least, for motion time-lapse, I was actually very surprised at how well it performed. It gives you the option to select your different points. I only selected 2 for this test, starting point and end point. You can select your intervals, you can select your duration and all that good stuff. The only thing I noticed is that the motion time-lapse on the Hohem iSteady Mobile, even though it performed great, it wasn't as fluid as I'd expected. It had this weird motion. Every time it moved, it's like you could tell that the motor wasn't fully engaged all the way. It was just going little by little. I'm a fan of that continuous, very buttery, very smooth, consistent motion, just like the DJI Osmo Mobile. But I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions, suggestions. Drop them down there so we can continue to make relevant contents for you. Special thanks to my friend Gimbal for helping me out during the face tracking. And of course, thank you for taking the time to hang out and allowing me to share my passion with you. It's been a pleasure. Until next time.
Bathing in the glow.